Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, I have another offering from Sofirn. I'm very excited about this one. This is a very cool flashlight. I've been playing with it off camera. This is model IF23. I want to say thank you to Sofirn right off the bat for sending this awesome flashlight out for review. Now the cool thing about this light is it has dual beams, so you have a flood light and it's also a spotlight. So we'll pull the contents out of the box just like that, just like a drawer, and the last thing that we see inside is the user manual for this flashlight. So feel free to pause your screen if you want to read this information a little bit longer. Here is the chart with the specifications. It has the candela ratings, the run times, things like that. There's some more specifications. I'll be talking about a lot of this stuff in the video here today. So yeah, this is just a simple little owner's manual. Not too much going on. Very basic owner's manual. I like them that way because the ones that are super complex can be a little bit daunting at times. Operation instructions, a little bit of information here about the floodlight, and then this light also has RGB colors, and again I'll be talking about all of this stuff in the video today. So this is one of those lights that you don't see very often. It's kind of an odd light, but it's odd in a good way. It's a very cool light because of the functionality and the things that you can do with it. So very cool. There is some information if you need to get in touch with Sofirn. The next thing that we see is the pocket clip. So you have a dual direction pocket clip. Very nice. Comes included. You do have a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. There is a lanyard, and then there's two tail cap O-rings. Very cool. So you got that included as well. And then you have the light itself, and as you can see, it comes packaged really nice in this hard kind of plasticky thing. Protects the light very well in shipping and stuff like that. Now the current retail price at the time of me filming this video for this light, it's about $55.99. However, if you use the Amazon link that I provide in the description box down below, you'll get 20% off. Now the first thing that we see here is this little tag, and this tag is talking about taking out the insulation film. But before we take that out, let's take a closer look at this light. Look at that. That is a nice looking flashlight. Right here on the side you have the USB-C port, so you can remove that rubber kind of out of the way, put in your USB-C cable there, and you can charge this light. When you charge this flashlight, you'll see a flashing red indicator right here, and then when charging is complete, that flashing red indicator will turn green. So here you can see there's an eggshell type reflector and a glass lens. Right here we have the Cobb LED lights, and it's just really nice looking light. This does have a magnetic tail cap, and that magnet is pretty strong. So we'll go ahead and pull that tail cap off, and we're going to remove this insulation film. Let's take a quicker look here and see the battery. We have a 21700 cell, operates at 5,000 milliamp hour of capacity. It's kind of a flat top, so you got the positive there and the negative there, and then looking down inside the battery tube you can see a solid contact point. So we're going to put the positive down into the head of the light, then we'll take that spring there and put this onto the negative portion of the battery. And if you get confused, there is an indicator here telling you the orientation of how to put the battery in there. And another thing that's really cool about this light is it does have battery reverse polarity protection. So if you put the battery in incorrectly, you're not going to hurt this light. Now there's a couple things that you need to know right off the bat about this light, and that is double press does a few things and triple press does a few things. You can also do a quad press. When you do those presses, they need to be quick, real quick. It won't do it if you do it like that speed. If you do it slow like that, it's not going to respond the way you need it to. You got to do quick. Just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and talk about operating this light. There's a lot to it, so bear with me. We're going to start with the lowest settings. So we're going to push and hold. And you can see that the light will come on to the moonlight mode. Right now, because we're using this LED, we are on the spotlight function. We can also go to a floodlight, but we're going to talk about this spotlight functions first. This is 1 lumen. This will give me 3 meters of throw, and on this setting, the light will last 27 days of runtime. Now, if I push and hold, you can see we're going to bump up to low. This is 100 lumens, 41 meters of throw out of this setting, 17.5 hours of runtime out of that low setting. Push and hold again. We're going to jump up to medium. This is 500 lumens. We get 91 meters of throw, and it will last for 4 hours of runtime. Push and hold again. We're going to jump up to 1500 lumens of high, 160 meters of throw, and you get 2.5 hours of runtime on this flashlight. Now if I double press quickly, you see it bumped up to turbo. That's 4,000 lumens. This gives you 247 meters of throw, and it has 2 hours of runtime. Now if I double press again, we will get to a strobe. So strobe warning for everybody out there. Here we go. This is our 4,000 lumen strobe. You can see that it changes the frequency. It's a very disorienting strobe. That will last for 4 hours. If I double press again, we can get to an SOS function. This is 500 lumens, and on this SOS function, it will last for 12 hours of runtime. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, there is one more thing if I double press, and that is the beacon. We will get a 2000 lumen beacon mode. This will last for 9 hours of runtime. That is absolutely fantastic. Single press turns us back to the last mode accessed prior to turbo, which we are on high now. So again, if I double press, we'll jump up to turbo. Single press takes us back down to high. Now this light does have a memory mode. So if I'm on low, for example, and I turn the light off, and then I turn it back on, you can see that it comes back to low. Now I want to find out if it will remember the moonlight mode. Let's turn it off and turn it back on. And as you can see, it does not remember moonlight mode. It will not remember turbo, and it will not remember strobe or SOS or even that beacon. So it's basically going to remember low, medium, or high. So at this point, we'll just single press the light, turn it off, and that's how we function using the spotlight setting. Now if I want to switch to the floodlight, I can turn the light on, and then I can triple press, and what we'll see is we'll see the floodlight. Okay, from here we can look at the different modes by pushing and holding. Low, medium, high. There we go. Now if I turn the light off and then I long press, I can get to the floodlight moonlight mode. This is 1 lumen, and on this setting we can last 230 hours. That is 9.5 days of runtime. This gives us 3 meters of throw. Now if I push and hold, we're going to jump up to low. This is 10 lumens, 70 hours. That's 2.91 days. This will give us 5 meters of throw. If I push and hold again, we're going to jump up to medium. This is 50 lumens for 13.5 hours. That's crazy. And it also gives us 13 meters of throw. Look at that light. That is absolutely fantastic. Push and hold again. We're going to jump up to high. 150 lumens, 21 meters of throw, and 12.5 hours of runtime. Now if I double press, we will get to turbo, and that is 500 lumens for 39 meters of throw, 3.5 hours of runtime on that. Now the same thing applies to the floodlight here. If I want to do the double press to get to strobe, double press again to get to SOS, or double press again to get to beacon. So let's go ahead and take a look at the strobe by double pressing. There we go. That is 500 lumens for 7 hours. We're going to double press again. You will see the 50 lumen SOS flood beam. This will last 40.5 hours. That's 1.68 days of runtime. That is fantastic. Now let's double press one more time and we will get to that beacon. I like the setting. Beacon is 500 lumens and it will last 15.8 hours of runtime. Again, single press will turn us back to high because just like before, that was the last mode accessed prior to turbo, strobe, SOS, or beacon. Now, if I want to triple press, I can get into RGB lighting. So now from here, you can see all kinds of different colors. There's purples and blues, there's greens and reds and yellows. If you want to push and hold, you'll see that it'll cycle through the colors. Now, when I first got this light, I wondered, who is this going to be useful for? And I found out that it was actually photographers that would use these different colors of light to change the lighting effects for their photo shoots. So that is pretty cool. If we double press, you'll see that it goes to a blinking mode. Push and hold. We can go to whatever color we want and it'll continue to blink. We can double press again and it'll go back to just being on. And now if I triple press again, you can see that we have flood and spot. Look at that. And we can do the same kind of things. And you'll see that they stay in alignment with each other. So they are doing the same thing. Now we have a moonlight mode on flood and a moonlight mode on spot. Now the thing to remember is triple press. That's when you're going to go from your spotlight to your floodlight to your RGB and to your dual spot and flood. Is just the triple press. See, it'll switch. Triple press goes to flood. Triple press goes to RGB. Triple press goes to both. Triple press goes back to spotlight. Now there is one more thing that I want to show you, and that is if you turn the light off and you hit this button 4 times, you'll see that you get the acknowledgement flashes. Now the light is locked out. When you try to turn the light on, it will tell you, hey, I'm locked out. Now the cool thing though is it will work in momentary. So if you just push and hold, you'll see that the light turns on even though you're locked out. If you see, if I push the button and try to turn it on, it doesn't turn on. But if I push and hold, it will give me some momentary light. To unlock it, it's real simple. Just double press right there and then the light turns on. Now you do see this green power level indicator here. When you turn the light on, that'll stay illuminated for a little bit of time. Green is telling us the status of the battery. We're between 70 and 100%. If this light turns red, that means we're between 30 and 69%. And if it starts flashing red, it means that our battery life is below 30%. So this is cool. Now there's one more thing that I want to show you guys that's really cool. This is going to be changing the modes from stepping mode to ramping. We're going to do 4 quick presses. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the acknowledgement flash. Now when I push and hold the button, we're going to be ramping instead of stepping. So we're going to ramp down. When it gets to the bottom of the spectrum, you'll see it'll give me an acknowledgement flash. See that? We're going to ramp down. It flashes at the bottom. And then if we push and hold, it'll ramp up and then it'll flash at the top. If we just keep holding, it'll start ramping down. I had to let up and now I'm ramping down. If you want to switch from ramping back to stepping, when the light is on, it's 4 quick clicks. There we go. You see that acknowledgement flash? Now we're back to stepping. This flashlight has numerous modes. It's fantastic. This is a good light. Now, another thing that I forgot to mention is the USB-C port. This is not just for charging. This is also for reverse charging. So if you had a USB-C to USB-C, you could use this as a power bank, a waterproof IPX8 power bank that could charge your phone. This is 4.7 inches long. It has 1.2 inches diameter and it weighs 4 ounces without the battery. If you want to talk about that in millimeters, it's 120.5 millimeters long. It is 27.5 millimeters here and 30.5 millimeters at the body. And I love this light. It's got a metal switch, IPX8. You know, all you have to do is pack that rubber thing in there and your IPX8. Let's take a look at the pocket clip. You can see that is a nice pocket clip, dual direction. Very, very nice flashlight from Sofirn. Again, this is model IF23. We're going to test the IPX8 waterproof rating. If there's anybody out there watching who can tell me what my favorite flavor of ice cream is, you can win a free puppy dog. So just leave that in the comment section down below. Now, if you turn this light off, it will automatically lock itself out after 3 minutes. And if that happens, it will, when you turn the light on, it'll give you 2 little flashes. Remember, you can double press to unlock it. Now, if you want to lock it manually, all you have to do from off is give it 4 presses. You'll see those 2 acknowledgement flashes, and now look, your light is now locked out. Again, it does work in momentary if you push and hold that button. See, the light's on moonlight mode. But again, to unlock, just double press. And now we're going to cycle through the modes. Let's throw it in the water again. And we'll cycle through the modes. There's low, medium, there's low, medium, high. Double press for turbo, double press for strobe. There it is, SOS, double press. 500 lumens, wow, that works good. Double press for that beacon. Triple press, and we'll switch on over to the floodlight. Double press again, there's our strobe. Double press. We're into the SOS, and double press again for beacon. Triple press. Whoops, I actually did it 4 times. Let's triple press. We're going to go to the RGB. Now let's push and hold. We're going to just cycle through colors. That is super cool. I love, you can get all kinds of colors out of this. And as you can see, this light clearly passes the IPX8 waterproof testing with flying colors. Now let's go back to the main beam here. Triple press, we have both of them. You can cycle down or up. Triple press takes us right back to the spotlight. This is a nice light. I really like it. Well, folks, my final thoughts on this Sofirn IF23. I really like this light. I think this is one of those lights that comes along every once in a while that people just get really excited about. I like this one. 27 days of runtime on moonlight mode. That's no joke. That is just absolutely wonderful. When you are on your spotlight right here, you have a 15-degree beam angle, so it's a nice tight hot spot. And then when you switch to the flood, right here, you have 85-degree beam angle. You can double press very quickly, and look at that light. That is wonderful. This is a nice flashlight. Folks, if you're interested in this one, I'll put a link in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.